Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Suplah.
No. Shush.
What?
Stop it. You need to stop.
Why?
They're listening. They're listening, Andrew.
Who are listening?
They are.
Who the fuck?
You know who you are. You're listening right now.
Well, I should hope so, otherwise we have no listeners, and this is a pretty sad podcast.
No. It's not just Suplah City. There's someone else. There's some kind of mole in the system. We need to address this.
We're not living in the Matrix, Sam.
Have you not noticed over the past few weeks that we've been doing this show? Every single time we talk about something on this show.
Okay.
Before the show gets published.
Yes.
During the turnaround.
Oh, yes.
The news that we predict as rumours comes true.
Oh, God.
And before we can even release the show is outdated.
The prophecy has been foretold.
Do you not understand?
No.
Last week, we talked about Cody Rhodes and how he maybe has signed with WWE.
Adrenaline.
As soon as I press the fucking button to publish the episode, Dave fucking Meltzer reports Cody Rhodes had signed a deal with WWE. It's official. It's no longer a rumor. So we're like, oh, well, great. This 20 minutes that we spent talking about the rumors of a potential Cody Rhodes signing is now already out of fucking date. And it's not even been 24 hours since we stopped recording.
So is Cody Watch now? Adrenaline in my soul. There is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Cody Watch is over after 2 fucking segments because we know where he is now. And we don't need to watch him anymore.
And that was Cody Watch.
Anyway, to introduce the show, what are you doing? We have to start with the introduction.
I just farted and you interrupted me. So hello, I'm Andy Kwan. With me is Sam Brooks.
I'm telling you, whoever's listening to this and is making our prophecies come true, I'm telling you, stop it. It's very embarrassing, and I'm getting very upset.
I'm looking at you, Dave.
Dave. He's bugged your fucking sofa or your living room or something. He's got a microphone somewhere where he's listening to what you say. God help him. And he's figuring out when to publish the news, in spite of us.
He's probably like, well, this guy just keeps going on about Spaff all the time. But I think about Cody Rhodes, you know what? I might report that.
So you know what? We're doing a protest. All right?
Okay.
We're doing a protest. We're not going to talk about news this week. You know what we're going to talk about instead?
What are we going to talk about?
Memes. Good old memes, Andrew.
Fucking memes? Why are we talking about memes?
We're talking about memes, Andrew, because they're the only thing that is guaranteed to not change over the next 48 hours. They either come or they go. They stay, and then we have to deal with it, okay? So, let's talk about Keith Lee and what he looks like. Keith Lee looks like the kind of guy that says, "That is perplexing," and rubs his chin when he doesn't understand something.
Do you want me to do the next one?
Keith Lee looks like the type of person that would say succulent when describing a meal that he really likes.
Or what Vince McMahon would describe breasts.
Keith Lee looks like the kind of guy who would lift you up so you get a better view of a parade.
I am very, very tiny.
Keith Lee looks like he reads paperback mystery novels and quietly says to himself, "I knew it all along."
Well, you would do that if you go to the end of the book.
Keith Lee looks like he will ask for a manager at a restaurant just to tell them that the server is doing an amazing job.
Ah, the opposite of a Karen. A Keith.
Keith Lee looks like the type that says theorize or speculate instead of the word guess.
It would just be easier just to say the word guess.
Keith Lee looks like the type of guy to respond with correct or incorrect rather than yes or no.
I'll refer you back to my previous statement. See, it's easier that way.
Keith Lee looks like the type to say, "How preposterous," when someone tells him something crazy.
It's better than stupendous.
Keith Lee looks like the type of guy who could listen to you ramble for minutes on end about how you can't do something, and then counter with, "Except you can do it."
Bask in his glory.
See, this is already a better show, but by the time this goes out, this won't be out of date at all, and Keith Lee won't have moved on from this at all, I guarantee it.
So news, Keith Lee is, I don't know.
Okay, so this has been the hot meme, the hot Twitter meme that's been going around is Keith Lee, and I like it, I appreciate it. We need a bit of levity, we need a bit of fun. Keith Lee has said himself Just keep making each other laugh and having fun. I'll see you on Dynamite. And that is what we need, Andrew. Some positivity.
We need love.
What do you think Keith Lee is the type of guy too? Or what do you think Keith Lee looks like or sounds like?
Keith Lee is the type of guy that I can't pronounce his name correctly.
Yeah, you say Keith Lee. Like his name is an adjective.
Keith Lee is the type of guy whose name sounds like an adjective when said by a tiny human being who lives in Lincoln.
Oh, that doesn't even narrow it down. There's a lot of small people in Lincoln.
Oh, we're like hobbits here.
But you're the most annoying one, so you're the one that matters.
Exactly.
Anyway, I don't know why you're talking about memes. We got news to discuss.
For God's sake, you started this shit with Keith Lee's the type of guy that likes Keith Lee memes.
Andy Kwan's the type of guy to yell into his microphone after I tell him not to.
Andy Kwan's the type of guy that yells into his microphone and yells complete fucking nonsense.
Yeah, that's basically what I just said.
Speaking of
not as funny.
Speaking of complete... Shut up, damn it! Speaking of complete fucking nonsense, Veer Mahaan.
Oh my god, Veer Mahaan. Veer Mahaan. Not Veer Monroe, not Veer Moreau, not Venison fucking McMahon. His name is Veer Mahaan. How do you not know this guy's name? You've been hearing it since October.
You know...
Have you been steering clear of Veer?
I think I have.
Have you veered off the road of this conversation?
Well, when you hear that name so many times, it just becomes a fucking noise. Just debut already!
Well, that's the story, Andy.
Oh.
Veer Mahaan has a debut date finally announced on Raw. This past week, Raw has announced that Veer Mahaan will appear on the April 4th edition of Raw, which is the Raw following WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, he's not going to debut. It's a work.
No, I hope he does. I hope he gets a hometown hero pop, even though this isn't airing from India at all. It's airing from Texas. But still, you can pretend he's from Texas. He's going to get a hometown hero pop. A welcome into WWE, despite the fact that he's been performing on Main Event this entire time. But still, it's not just any show. He's going to be coming to Raw.
Wonderful.
This has been promoted and talked about since October.
Well, you say that as well. Mahaan has been associated with Jinder Mahal.
Had been associated in the past tense.
With Jinder
Mahal. As in
Mahal
not currently.
And Shanky.
Shanky, another legendary name in the WWE.
Prior to last year's WWE draft. Mahal and Shanky were moved to SmackDown, but Mahaan remained on Raw as a singles wrestler. Despite the vignettes, Mahaan has wrestled regularly on WWE Main Event, and most recently defeating a local competitor on the March 14th edition of Main Event.
So this is what's the thing, right? So he's been having these vignettes. They've all been more or less the same. They've been like 30 seconds to a minute long. And it's been Veer Mahaan talking about how the lion will strike when the time is right, and it will be his kingdom. All the while it's showing like the same 5. Are you alright? You okay?
I'm choking on tea. I'm sorry. I'm choking on the glory of Mahaan.
On the glory of Veer, you can barely handle it.
The lion is roaring in my soul and scaring the fucking shit out of me. Clearly, fuck. I'm not choking on tea. Oh, God.
You're choking on Veer and his giant Mahaan.
Oh God, no!
So he's been having these vignettes for how many months? 6 months. Half a year. That's 6 months.
It's been
October.
84 years.
November, December, January, February, March, April. That's 6 months of vignettes. And it's all been leading to this one moment. You think, oh my god, he's finally coming to Raw. And yet, if you were to watch Main Event, he's been performing pretty much every week.
He's in the game, isn't he?
Random jobbers. He's... Did you say he's in the game?
Yeah, he's in the game, isn't he?
Oh.
Why are you
How
laughing?
silly, Andrew.
Why?
Why would they have Veer in WWE 2K22? Come on,
Because
use
it's-
your head.
Because it's stupid? And
No,
it sounds like
it's because he
something to
hasn't
do.
come yet. He hasn't arrived. He hasn't shown up yet.
He's in the game!
No, he's not.
He is!
No, he's not, Andy.
He's in the game!
Andy, Veer Mahaan is not in 2K22.
There is in 2K22!
I mean, you're not correct. Like, this isn't a bit anymore. You're not being serious, right? He's not actually in the game. You know this.
He's in the game! 2K22!
No, he's not.
He is! I'm looking it up right now. He's in the game!
He's not in the fucking game, you
Yes,
idiot.
he
He's
is.
not.
He is
He's
in
not on the roster. I've
is
been in
in
that
the-
creation suite for the past 2 weeks,
He is
editing
in
all
the-
of us together, and he's not in the fucking game.
He's in the fucking game!
No, he's not in the fucking game. He's not on the roster. You're lying.
No, he's not in the game, you're right!
Yeah, I told you, you fucking idiot. What's the matter with you? Do you not think that I, of all people, would fucking know that? Did it not fucking occur to you, Andrew, that maybe the guy who's been playing it almost every fucking day has not seen nor hide nor hair, nor trim nor tail of Veer fucking Mahaan in 2K20 fucking 2? You idiot!
I could have sworn I saw him in the game.
No, you fucking moron!
Maybe that was like a created wrestler in the. Oh, that would make sense now.
Yes.
Oh, also, my cat
Maybe.
wants to sit on the windowsill, so I will be back in 2 seconds.
Prior to signing with WWE in 2018, Mahaan, real name Rinku Singh, won a reality show called The $1 Million Arm in India, where he threw the fastest and most accurate baseball. Out of all the other baseballs, apparently. He travelled to the United States and eventually played for the Pittsburgh Pirates, where he potentially wore an eye patch, in the MLB. His story was the subject of a film released in Disney in 2014 called $1 Million Arm.
Money, 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 money. Look at my arm, money, 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 money. That was the theme song.
So he's well known. He's notorious. He's world famous.
I don't think
Having
he
a
is.
good arm. He had a movie made about him, Andy. Have you had a movie made about you?
A movie could be made about my life.
What would that be called? The Elephant Man?
No, the Rain Man.
Yeah, no, okay, so Veer Mahaan, coming of Raw. Thoughts?
I have none.
Seriously?
I don't know anything about this fucking guy. I thought he was in a game.
Okay, what is there not to know, Andy? He's Veer Mahaan.
What does that mean? It's
He
gibberish.
has $1 million arm.
Why
He
don't they
throws
call it?
baseballs really good.
Why
So he's about to
doesn't?
wrestle.
So why doesn't he have like the $1 million championship but have it on one arm?
Because you're better at coming up with ideas than most of the WWE's booking team.
He should just have like a golden arm. And he's like, I'm the arm man. Dun dun. Yeah,
Tell you what, if someone makes Veer Mahaan and gives him a golden robot arm and puts him in 2K22, we're adding him to the Brawl roster. You realize
Yeah,
this?
you see, that's a great idea.
The man with $1 million arm, Veer Mahaan.
Look, we had Mr. Ass. Now we have Mr. Arm.
Why does that remind me of Mr. McCraig, the man with a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg?
What?
Like Veer Mahaan, the man with $1 million arm. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, you should just clothesline people at the end.
May fucking 4th, Andy, is the day that he comes. Not May 4th, April 4th. April 4th.
No, it will
is
be
the
May
day that
4th.
he comes.
It will be
It'll
May
probably
4th.
be May
'Cause
4th,
he's-
July 4th, September 4th.
He's not debuting, it's a lie. This is just a troll. It's
No,
never
okay, alright.
me.
Let's make a bet. Let's make one of our infamous Suplah bets here.
Oh god, I thought you'd never ask.
I think that
Right.
he's just gonna debut on the Raw as Veer Mahaan, just as we've seen him on main event. He's gonna fight somebody, and it will just be regular old Veer Mahaan. What do you think's gonna happen?
I think he'll have some sort of stupid gimmick.
You think they're going for the Funkorexus?
Yeah, they're gonna go
Whatever
for
the
something
fuck that
dumb.
was called. What was it called?
Funky.
The Funkorectus?
Funky. What? Funkorect.
Funkerman?
Bronchi Rectus was the thing that we came up with.
Funkasaurus. That was it.
That's it. Bronchi Rectus was a stupid joke I came up with, and now he's a thing in Brawl. So
yeah. Okay, so you think they're going for the Funkarexus story?
They're gonna do something dumb.
All right, what are you willing to bet?
That's fun. Bet. Ooh, I don't know.
Well, it is a bet, Andy. We have to have stakes here. What's on the line? What are you putting on the line?
I don't know. What do you want put on the line?
I'll tell you what, how about we come back to this next week, when we'll undoubtedly have another vignette for Veer Mahaan, where we'll talk about this, and we'll reveal to the world what our stakes are in this pivotal moment in wrestling history.
The Veer Mahaan bet of bets. Fucking hell, yep.
Yeah, brilliant. Do you want to try learning English before you read the next headline?
Stone Cold Steve Austin is looking good going into WrestleMania. Stone Cold Steve Austin is said to be in tremendous shape as WrestleMania 38 draws closer. Dave, things are happening, Meltzer says. He and I happen to have a mutual friend. Vague. Who just saw him and told me he was in fantastic shape. Meltzer said about Austin.
Oh my, wait. The quote boils down to, he's looking good. That's the new. That's the fucking new. Things might be happening. Cody's coming. Steve looks good. Is this really the caliber of reporting that we're getting from Meltzer recently?
It gets worse.
Shit. Oh, what?
So, Dave, things are happening, Meltzer goes on to say. So, I mean, he might take his shirt off. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a brawl, without a doubt.
He might take his shirt off.
He's training
he's a fucking model. He's a swimsuit model.
What?
Making his debut with a wet shirt. So, maybe he'll take it off.
It's like the Diet Coke adverts with Steve Austin. Like, what? I don't want you to... What? Be no slave.
One
what?
Coke. What? Two Cokes.
I'm going to pour Coke down myself. What?
Take off my shirt. What?
What? And all the women are going to be like perving on him. What?
There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a brawl, without a doubt. There's, again, gimmick infringement, Dave. It's not just going to be a kick in the gut and stunner. He's training very hard. So it's going to be more than that. Will he do a 20-minute match? No, I don't think so. Will he go 7 minutes or something and have a brawl all over the place? I kind of expect that. Oh boy.
Meltzer also said that WrestleMania will likely continue to be a 2-night event going forward, as he's talked to people there, and they certainly gave me the impression that the idea is 2 days going forward. Meltzer goes on to say that they can always change their mind based on what happens, which is
fucking
like
great.
his go-to line.
Stop yelling into the mic.
Well, he's a fucking twat and should stop saying, well, things can somehow change if I'm wrong. Like, fucking knob.
Things may be happening, but then they also may not happen, depending on various other things.
I used to rag on Bischoff, take the piss out of Day all the time, but I think
you can kind of see why. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, but things might change. I'm like, oh, just fucking grow a spine, you dickhead.
I mean, talking about this for a brief moment, would you rather have a 7-hour show, or would you rather have 2 3-hour shows?
I'd rather just have 1 3-hour show, thanks.
But that's not an option, Andy.
I don't give a fuck. Like,
this is an A or B scenario. You can't have a C option. There's no option C here. We're not TNA in 2011.
I just can't. Like, wrestling as a whole, stop with the 17-hour fucking shows. Just stop it. AEW, stop it. Fucking WWE, stop it. Your fucking local...
Well, to be fair, AEW only has like 4 big shows a year. Like, WWE have at least 10. So
still tedious.
Still, maybe wrestling just isn't for you, Andy.
No, it is. It's 4 hours long.
Maybe it used to be when WrestleMania was like 3 hours and Raw was like 2 hours, and then everything was fine, and that was it. You only had Raw and WrestleMania, and then maybe SmackDown.
I don't know. I just feel like...
But now you have Raw, SmackDown, NXT 2.0, NXT UK, NXT Level Up, various other supplementary shows like pre-shows, post-shows, interview shows, catch-up shows, YouTube clips. Maybe wrestling just isn't for you anymore. Maybe you just don't have the time for it.
Oh, it's not.
I mean, saying that, I tried watching NXT 2.0 earlier for the first time ever, and wow, they know how to drag out 2 hours to make it feel like 5. I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe I've been hearing some good things through the grapevine lately. I mean, granted, I skipped through and I watched all the Toxic Attraction segments first.
And the Nikita Lion segments.
Because I'm a degenerate. But yeah, no, it felt like it was supremely long, and just, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I don't know. Anyway, Stone Cold, Stephen Austin, he's looking pretty good with his shirt off. That's the news. That's the headline. So basically what we're getting from this is that there's going to be like an official match with Stone Cold and Kevin Owens, and I don't know how to feel. How do you feel, Andrew?
Oh, I couldn't care less.
That's harsh.
I don't care.
Steve's working really hard.
I don't give a fuck if Steve. I don't care if Austin is lifting heavy things. I couldn't give a shit. I don't want to see.
You don't care if he has broad pecs and
don't care. I don't want
abdominal muscles and
I do not want to see
nice deltoids.
No, don't care. Do not want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin in 2022 have a resemblance of a match with anybody. I just don't care. I don't want to see it. I don't care. You've ruined my childhood with bringing all the other fucking old codgers back. Just stop it. No more.
No, but Andy, Sting is wrestling in AEW and you don't complain about that.
He nearly fucked up a Scorpion death drop.
Stop yelling at the mic.
Sorry, he nearly fucked up a Scorpion death drop. That's his move.
Yeah, but we don't hear you complain about it.
Alright, it's stupid.
That's the narrative that we're weaving here. Oh no, I said it. I said the word.
No,
Weave.
No, okay. It now.
Alright, here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. It's always such a pleasure. Remember, control your narrative.
Do you want me to sing the theme song again for it?
No, because last time you did it, it was horrible, and I don't ever want to hear that again.
What happens if I whisper it really, really like AMR or ASMR?
AMR.
ASR.
ASR? You're getting there. Try combining those two, mate.
AMSR.
Yeah, fucking perfect.
ASMR.
Don't do that.
Why?
Because I hate ASMR. It gives me the shits. And I don't want that to happen while I'm in front of a microphone.
I'm going to order Taco Bell later. That will give me the shits.
EC3 presents CYN Debunked and Other Musings of a Madman. Fucking hell. This is an AMA on the SquaredCircle subreddit about CYN. The intro, written by EC3, reads as follows. CYN Debunked and Other Musings of a Madman, the former world champion and founder of hashtag Control Your Narrative, invites you to a polite discourse to talk all things wrestling, lifestyle, training, arts, entertainment, hashtag big seasoning, pets, world affairs, and an insidious lie that was started in this forum. Before EC3 brings hashtag CYN to Dallas, Texas Thursday, 3rd to 31st, 22, because Americans can't do dates right.
Yep,
join the essential character in his 3rd AMA. Ask me anything. You've been warned. Oh boy. So, it's no secret that the SquaredCircle subreddit is maybe a little bit harsh on CYN so far.
That's because it's shit.
You're probably right. But that, mixed with the, I'm going to say unhinged nature of Mr. Third at the moment, shows to be a bit of a melting pot of chaos, and I think it's worth that we have a look inside this Reddit thread that has since been locked to get a feel, to get a grasp on the situation. Are you ready to go on a journey through time and space, Andy?
Well, mate, let me go on SquaredCircle Reddit as well at the same time. Let's do this. Okay, where is this stupid post?
Top question reads as follows: will CYN have a women's division?
No, because this is for men, no incels.
EC3 says, yes. The intent was to build around Marina Shafir as she told us her story, and it was one of great hardship and triumph. If you saw the piece that she released on her socials, we worked with her on making the vision she described come to life. However, unfortunately, she is unable to do our Dallas show because a horrible lie was stated on this forum that someone believes. So I will combat it and we will move forward, and if the universe decides it, hopefully we can tell her story because I know we can do it right. Now see, this is going to be a recurring theme, Andy. It was said at the top of the AMA and in this comment that there is an insidious, horrible lie that was started on this particular forum.
Oh, wonderful. What was the insidious lie, besides from that shit movie that Leah made me watch?
He never tells us. He never goes into detail specifically about what the lie is.
Oh, it's just a bad...
So, I think it's up to the viewer's imagination. I think it's open to interpretation as to what the horrible, insidious lie is.
Why doesn't he just go away?
Next question. Why did you do the rant room, and is it true only one person paid $100 to talk to Austin Aries on purpose? EC3 replies, no, they bought their ticket before rant room was announced. That explains everything. Another hard-hitting question, do you support trans rights?
I saw that one just now.
EC3 says,
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's not difficult to support an individual being who they truly are. Not a difficult question, upvoted at will. To which someone cites the Clickhole article of the heartbreaking moment when the worst person you know just made a great point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard. I mean, the definition of being trans is controlling your narrative, so makes sense, doesn't it?
See, it's like this company doesn't make any sense, because you would think a controlling your narrative company would be pro-trans, pro-fucking anything. Just like...
Well, EC3 is pro-trans at the very least, so...
Well, but the way
chalk
that they
one
market...
up for the trans rights.
But they market this thing like it's Fight Club. So it doesn't make any fucking sense. You've done it wrong. You've done it wrong.
Here's a good question. Something I think we should all know the answer to.
Okay.
Austin Aries admitted to forcing a girl to kiss his balls. That is sexual assault. Why is CYN employing him?
Yep.
EC3 did not answer this question.
Of course he didn't.
Another question. CYN has been getting criticism over the signings of wrestlers who have less than stellar reputations, in part due to spreading misinformation and conspiracy theories about certain topics, and also accusations of some very serious crimes. My question is, what do you have to say about these wrestlers, and why were they hired, despite the various red flags about them? EC3 does not answer this question.
What twat. Here's the perfect opportunity to explain yourself. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe he did. Maybe silence is ultimately the you take from that the silence. Take from the silence is what I'm saying.
What do you think the moral of Fight Club was? Asks one user. EC3 does not answer this question.
Because he's an idiot and he does not know.
Does CYN have a wellness policy?
No, of course they don't. Have you seen the way he looks?
EC3 says, no. But I can always pass any sanctioned professional wrestling drug test.
No, you can't. Well, I'd love to see you try.
Hey, if Triple H can, like, come on. And I say that as a Triple H fan, like.
Yeah, but,
I mean, like, the thing I take away from this particular answer is that he doesn't put professional wrestling in air quotes this time. I imagine that took a lot of strength and willpower from him to do so.
I'm at a point now where I'm like, all right, just do your little wanky, shitty, big banging backyarding thing and be happy with it.
No, don't besmirch Andy's big banging backyard.
No, I did
better than this.
I know, I need to bring that back.
With Posty Dave and Big Pimpin' John Prototype.
Oh, that was brilliant. You know what? I might bring that back. I might call it Control Your Quantitative or something, or Control Your Quarative or some bollocks.
We can workshop that name. Another question. This actually ties into something we discussed last week, or the week before that, whenever we spoke about those cringy rules that they have. Like, number 1, you are in control. Number 5, no toothpaste suicidas.
Did you just say toothpaste suicidas?
What if someone's narrative is Canadian destroyers, toothpaste suicidas, and super kicks?
Well, you have minty breath.
EC3 responds, they can creatively find their way around these arbitrary rules. What does it say that the creator of these rules is calling them arbitrary?
It's like...
He goes on to say, super kicks are sweet, tope suicidas are rad, Canadian destroyers rule. He basically says that we're banning them, and you can get disqualified if a referee sees you using them, because we want them to be special again. He quotes, a truly creative talent can find ways around these rules and execute them, maybe even win with them.
Yeah, but the stupid,
you know what, kind of, maybe, he has a point.
Well, not really,
But
because...
certain moves are used a bit too much.
But that's the nature of the business. That's what happens.
I, for one, think that the DDT should only be used as a finisher.
Oh, for Christ, are you one of those people?
I, for one, think that you shouldn't go to the top rope.
Alright, Bill Watts, Jesus.
I, for one, think that you should never punch with a closed fist.
What is happening?
I'm JR by God.
But the thing is, like, that's the nature of the business. Like, everybody... Before Jake Roberts invented the DDT, nobody did it. It was a finisher for a bit, and everyone was like, that's a really swell move. And then everybody just started doing it. It's just how it is. It's the nature of the business. Like, the fucking
But
Diamond
no, Andy,
Cup.
don't you see? No one's allowed to do these moves because they're not special anymore.
Shit
It's
evolves!
fucking wrestling,
Life
Ethan!
moves on! It's natural selection! You survive or you perish! You evolve! The end! That's the way the business works, you fucking moron!
As BTS said, life goes on. But this is the crown jewel of the AMA right here. This is the big question, because we're all aware of that interview that he did with Sean Ross Sapp, where he did the Nazi dog whistle of 88% off from My Pillow. And then when confronted about it, he was like, oh, I didn't know that's what that meant.
What a twat.
Jilly, wheelie, billy, bollocks. My God. So, someone asks, I usually have interest in new wrestling promotions, especially with a unique take on the format, but I'm not entirely confident that CYN is for me. In your interview with Sean Ross Sapp, you made a joke that if the code CYN were used at mypillow.com, it would give an 88% rebate. It was pointed out to you that it sounded like a joke using neo-Nazi terminology. You claimed during the interview that this wasn't the joke you were trying to make, and 88 was an entirely random number that you came up with. But it seemed to some, including myself, that there was some question as to whether you were actually aware of the content of the number. If you were making an edgy joke using the number 88, my question is basically, is CYN trying to foster an audience of people who like to joke about Jewish extermination? If so, I'd just prefer to know now, so I know whether I should put my time, money, and energy into it, or just let it be for people I don't particularly want to involve myself with. Thankfully, EC3 answers this question.
Okay.
A baffling, yet very detailed and strangely specific lie emerged on Reddit about Control Your Narrative, and since then, a stream of disinformation, slander, and false accusations have been made.
Well, that's the
I
lie,
have
then.
debunked them. It went uncovered. I will debunk them here. It will probably go uncovered. That is okay. Yeah, he says that is okay a lot in the most passive-aggressive fucking way. Like, you know he's trying to be like, oh, you can watch this, but you can also not watch this. That's okay.
What?
I don't mind. I'm the bigger man. This lie emerged after a wrestling company tried to have us removed from our venue for CYN Awakening at the Southside Music Hall at Gillies in Dallas, to which he then promotes tickets for a show. He says, I am a rational human being. I disavow neo-Nazism along with any and all forms of race, gender, orientation, cultural hate. A thread here earlier claimed I am a neo-Nazi based on the fact that I said a number during an interview making a joke about a discount code for a pillow company. It is an untrue and absurd claim based on a joke I made about an absurd claim that I and CYN were funded by the My Pillow guy. I was doing the interview to combat the lies and rumors started here. If watching the interview, you can tell that I had no idea the number existed as a so-called dog whistle. The interviewer stated it was obvious I had no idea the number had any ties to any hate speech. I didn't know the number had association with anything hate-related. There is no political motivation, there is no political funding, there is enough of that in other forms of media and entertainment. I wonder who he's referring to. There is no misogyny, racism, hate speech, etc. that is not tolerated, although you will hire Austin Aries. There is talent with differing opinions. You may agree, you may disagree. Like how it's acceptable to put your balls in a woman's face despite them not consenting. You may disagree so vehemently that you won't watch the product. That is okay. I believe in freedom to think, act, feel, and speak regardless of if I agree with what someone says. I'm aware this is hypocritical from someone who banned moves, but in the future you will see why. I believe in forgiveness. It's an act that brings closure and acceptance. Often forgiveness isn't for the person who you feel has wronged you. It is for you to be able to move on. What a load of shit.
I mean, yeah.
What a load of fucking bollocks.
I mean,
You're really gonna sit there and tell me that you had no fucking idea what 88 means, and you're gonna use it in the context of sponsorship from a company that's owned by a member of the alt-right? Are you fucking kidding? Are you serious? How dumb do you think people are to believe that shit? And if there's no misogyny, racism, hate speech, etc., why are you hiring Austin Aries, the sexual assaulting Austin Aries? Why are you hiring Killer Cross, who doesn't believe in vaccines and spreads misinformation about the COVID-19 pandemic? And why are you fucking hiring all of these people who just don't have any semblance of fucking reality in their brains? Like Flip Gordon.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you hiring only these people? Why are there no good people in your fucking company? Explain that to me, Mr. Third. Have a fucking lay it on me. And though that is okay, it's fine, I can wait.
Fucking hell. I mean, let's say hypothetically, what you're saying is legit. And I know this is ironic coming from me of all people. But at least look up what you're saying before you tell the jokes.
In that joke, there's 100 numbers.
Yeah.
There's a 1 in 100 chance that he would say 88.
You could have just said 75.
Are you really going to tell me that this is all just a giant fucking coincidence?
Yeah, I don't. Also,
no, it's not.
It's just fucking weird to me as well that the My Pillow guy is an alt-right person. It's about a pillow. It's just fucking stupid. But I mean, alt-right is fucking stupid. But
Whoa, hot take.
He just hires people who think the world is flat. They think the vaccine is like some sort of... They're injecting you with some sort of bollocks. Like, I don't... It's just... Why are you hiring cretins? Why are you not hiring, like, people who have had the vaccine and think the world is round and also don't think that Harry Potter is a fucking documentary? Like, what in the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, I'm just saying, like... Ugh.
The only good thing to come out of this AMA, and I know we've talked about this for a majority of the show, but I think it's just worth saying that we've been talking about CYN for the past few weeks now. We've been mocking it, we've been, like, very,
and rightly so.
I don't know what the term is, like, we've been very, condescending. That's it. We've been very condescending about all of it.
Well, they're being condescending as well, being like, well, I didn't fucking realise the number was a thing.
I didn't know 88 was a Nazi thing. That's okay if you don't want to watch our program because you disagree with our opinions.
Like, if it was about a joke and it just happened to be a thing, but it's oddly specific, like, it's really oddly, because you said the My Pillow guy. My Pillow! Why am I laughing at My Pillow? For fuck's sake. Right?
Well, no, it's because you know who owns it, right?
No, who owns My Pillow?
Mike Lindell.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a guy who was like... Remember when Donald Trump was like, oh, the election's rigged?
Right.
He backed that up. He spread a load of fucking conspiracies about that, and he's been, like, promoting alternative medicine cures for COVID and shit.
What, the guy that is like, My Pillow, like that fucking guy?
Yes.
What? Where have I been? Have I been living under... Oh, I was grieving at the time. That would make sense.
Yeah, no, he's deep into the alt-right, you know.
Oh, Christ above.
So that's why, you know, you fucking... You talk about that as a sponsor and you say 88.
Yeah, like, it's
This isn't a fucking coincidence. And if it is, it's specific. Fucking wild.
Yeah, it's oddly specific. Like, if I make a joke and then someone's like, well, I think if I... I'm like, oh, I didn't fucking realise because I'm just stupid. but I didn't, like, I've told jokes on the Suplah, and people are just like, what? I'm like, what? But this is oddly specific. Like, it's like you know what you're saying. Like, you know about the My Pillow person. I didn't, but you knew about the My Pillow person, and you knew about the 88 thing, maybe. I don't know, but you certainly knew about the My Pillow guy. Like, why are you fucking talking about the My Pillow? Why did you bring up the pillow guy, Ethan, you tit? Why didn't you say some other company like Pringles, or I'm looking at shit around my room? I don't know, Microsoft, or fucking anything else on this planet. Why did you go for the My Pillow guy, you muppet?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Do we want to continue coverage of Control Your Narrative on this show in the coming weeks? Because even I don't know anymore.
No, fuck him. I'm not doing this. Like, I can't. It's not a wrestling company. It's just a facade. It's a joke. It's a scam. Not a scam. It's a sham. I mean,
it's both.
If people want to watch this, cool. Fill your fucking boots. I'm not gonna like disparage anyone who's just like, I like this Control Your Narrative. I'm like, fair enough. You do you. If this gets you fucking excited again because there's no flips and shit, go mental. But this is just a joke. It'll last a couple of shows and then it'll be done. The end.
I think we'll hold them to that.
No,
I think we'll have to see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
But there is one other thing I wanted to talk about this week. A little bit of a rant, if you will.
Oh, what is that rant then, Sam?
It concerns AEW.
Oh.
Bit of AE dubs.
Oh, I know what this is. All right.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, you would know because you were in the group chat earlier when I was like, I want to talk about this on the show.
But I also follow both people, so let's.
Oh, there you go. All right. So, have you heard of Sammy Guevara?
I have heard of the Spanish God. Yes, I have.
And have you heard of Taynara Mello?
You mean Tay Conti?
Yeah, sure. Whatever the fucking name is on screen. They use, like, a combination of a shoot and real names. It's weird. Well, shoot and work names, rather. So, yeah. You know, Tay. Good old Tay.
She's a very good wrestler, very attractive human being. Yes, I do. Yes, I do know. Yes.
Did you know?
Did I know what?
That Sammy Guevara
what?
And Tay Conti. Why are you shocked? I haven't said it yet.
I'm scared. What are you gonna say?
You have asthma. Help!
I haven't recovered from that tea earlier.
Did you know that Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti are in a relationship?
Oh my god, I didn't. Although, wait a minute, every other post that they ever post on social media is them. Fuck off.
No, wait, alright, hang on, let's be fair. They've said to respect their privacy. They've said, the Twitter trolls and all of the people living under the bridge have been a bit too harsh lately because, as we know, it's been documented, Sammy Guevara wasn't always in a relationship with Tay.
No.
He used to be in a relationship with a woman called Pam.
Yes.
Not Bailey, the other Pam.
Yeah, so
and,
basically...
there was an in-ring proposal.
Yep, I was going to say
on
that, yep.
Dynamite, where Sammy proposed to Pam.
Poor Pam.
And you think, oh, what a great idea. Let's have a public announcement of our relationship status. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
That would be
Flash
good.
forward 6 months later. They are not getting married anymore.
Oh,
they are not getting married anymore, and Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti are fucking. These two statements might have overlapped each other at some point, but we don't know, because we have to respect their privacy, Andrew. Don't you get it? We're being too invasive of their privacy. And then Tay posts a picture of them both naked on a bed with the TNT title belt.
Just fucking...
What?
Yeah, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
oh, my fucking god. Andy, you know those people in your life, don't you? We've all known those people where they're like, oh, I'm so happy I'm in a relationship. This is my boyfriend, and this is my girlfriend. Oh, we love each other. We're gonna get married. We're gonna have a house and kids and 5 fucking dogs. You've been going out for like 2 months, guys. Pump the fucking brakes.
Well, they're in the honeymoon period, aren't they? Everybody goes through that period, don't they? Where they
don't remember posting
time.
a picture of myself and my partner on a bed naked with a wrestling belt covering up their vagina.
That is a bit weird.
Have you ever done that? Has a wrestling belt ever covered up your vagina, Andrew?
No. Other things cover my vagina.
Oh, for the love of God, what the fuck is happening with this?
Okay, Sammy and what's Tay's actual name?
We'll call it Tay.
Okay, Tay. Sammy and Tay. I understand.
Oh, not gay.
Yes, I understand, but it could be bi. I understand that you're in a new relationship, and it's really exciting. And it's really like, ooh, this is great. And you probably like can't stop thinking about each other and, I don't know, touching each other and shit. But for the love of fucking Christ.
Touching each other.
Don't
touching on each other.
Could you please stop posting all of this shit every 54 seconds?
It's getting pretty bad.
It's getting on my fucking nerves. Like I'm happy. Well, happy for them to a degree, I suppose. But I don't with the Pam thing. But whatever. The point is, cool. This is the thing you're doing. Excellent. Good for you. But your personal lives have got fuck all to do with me, as you fucking said. So stop posting it every 52 seconds. And
no,
also,
you have to respect their privacy. Don't look at what they post on a public forum.
I don't care what the fuck Tay Conti wears. I am never buying Bang energy drink. All right. You nicked that off Big Banging Dave.
Yeah. Remember when Dave Bautista advertised Bang energy drinks? I remember that.
What a time to be alive.
You know my biggest takeaway from this picture?
Oh, I'm gonna go.
How much hair is on Sammy Guevara's legs?
You know what? I'm gonna have a look at this picture because I've only seen a thumbnail of it. So you know what? Let's do a live reaction of this picture.
Man's got built-in socks, dude.
Well, why does he have to wear socks then? He's just. Can I find this on Sammy Guevara's?
No, it's on Tay Conti's Twitter, I think you'll find. Oh yeah, the profile picture of which is them just half naked making out, as you would fucking expect. Fuck's
sake! Jesus, get.
And it should be mentioned that this whole thing came about when it was a reply to a tweet from the All Elite Wrestling. It was a clip from a promo on Dynamite where Dan Lambert.
His legs are hairy as shit.
Are they fucking hairy, bro? He's got Bigfoot's fucking legs.
Bro.
No wonder he wears fucking kick pads. He doesn't have to shave.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, it's not his whole leg. It's like his calf is hairy for some reason.
Yeah, it's really, really weird looking, isn't it?
And I'm also like, why does this picture exist?
More importantly, why are there multiple TNT title belts now? That's something I must have missed.
Oh, so Cody Rhodes, when he was in
Rest in peace.
AEW, he had a belt, like an interim belt, because I think... No. Yeah, Cody was the champion, but he got injured or something, or he had to go away, back to his home planet of WWE before he went.
Yeah.
And Sammy won the interim title, then they had a ladder match, and then Sammy won both titles.
But why do they still have two
So belts? He has... I don't know. Ask Tony Khan. Why
did Dan Lambert have one of them?
I don't know, he probably nicked it. But also, ask Tony Khan how he's going to disinfect this title, because I do not want to know what the fuck they've done with that belt. You can now see it from space. Da, 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 da.
My favourite tweet in response to this is Daniel Garcia, who says, "Hey, do you guys have sex? LOL." I think maybe they might be fucking.
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Maybe they might be raw dogging each other with a TNT title belt. How do you think the executives at TNT feel about this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you were a TNT executive, you go, I'll see the...
Remember when Brad Maddox jizzed all over the NXT women's title, and then conveniently about a month later, they were like, oh, we should unveil new title designs. I mean, granted, the TNT title looks different almost every time you perceive it.
Yeah, it's got
Like,
a
there's
hollow...
a different strap color, there's a different front embossing. Like, oh my god, settle on a fucking design, please.
And now it's got a load of white all over it, so...
Well, is that the strap or Sammy?
That's his jizz.
And with that,
Well, that's a
I
natural
think it's a natural conclusion.
end.
Both to bad activity and to the show.
And a bit like what they do with the belt. So, that's been the Suplah. I have been Andy Quad. And Sam, are you going to make the plugs to happen?
You couldn't have done that more awkwardly if you tried. So you can find a link tree in our description. We are on all various social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter,
where
Twitch.
we don't post each other naked.
We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube under Suplah Gaming. We have Suplah Brawl on the YouTube channel. Whenever you want to see a good wrestling show, hit that bell and click subscribe, and you will be the first to know when a good wrestling show enters your eyeballs. And what are your thoughts on the news this week? What do you think about the Nike pick? What do you think about the AMA? What do you think Keith Lee looks like? How about you let us know in the comments below?
I have been Andy Quad.
And I have been Sam Bruce.
And my cat has jumped up on the table. What a great time to end this. We'll see you next time on the Suplah. Have fun, stay safe, don't post naked pictures of yourself. Cat, no, cat, no!